From a secret location in room 100 of 540 Jack Gibbs Boulevard, this is Craft. I'm your host, Doug Dangler. I'm here at the 2014 Columbus Comic-Con. I'm talking to Amanda Tolleson, right? Okay, I've gotten it pronounced correctly this time, about her amazing art. And we'll start talking about how she produces some of this. So tell me, Amanda, about how you got into doing illustrations and drawing and painting.
I've just been drawing since I was 5. I have always wanted to be able to recreate things that I see that I like. I just slowly, thousands of hours of practice over my whole life to get an accuracy, and once I got the accuracy down, then I start to experiment with different lighting and colors and stuff while keeping the accuracy. So yeah, I just start with a base sketch for proportions, and then just block the colors in, and then just slowly add the details until it's done.
Okay. So how long do you spend on one of these? What's the production time that it takes to create a painting?
I'm getting faster, so it's kind of hard to say, but most of these are a little older and probably take an average of about 50 hours a piece.
Wow.
Some of them, it depends on the level of detail. Some of them, they have a lot of shadow involved, it's not as much detail I have to actually paint, so they might be more in the 15-hour range. Some of them, full front of the face, fully lit, could take over 100 hours, just depending.
What makes you decide on a particular topic when you're going to start off? What makes you say Leonard Nimoy, for example?
I really love Star Trek. I love classic Star Trek. I grew up watching the original series. I usually draw what I like. Most of this here is just shows that inspired me or characters that inspired me or whatever. Some of them, though, are honestly, if something is popular, I'll kind of go for that too. But a lot of my personal favorites and a lot of these are just characters that I thought were interesting. I really like to try to capture not necessarily the more hidden side of the character, but sometimes almost, stiller moments.
Okay.
I like portraits. I don't usually do front portraits. I like side profiles. Some of them are even turned completely away. I don't know, just characters that I find interesting. Characters that are a little more closed off are a little more interesting for me to do portraits.
Like the Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, yeah,
series.
Exactly. That's a good example.
Or Spock.
Yes, exactly.
Little,
characters that you might not get to see kind of that more thought, a real still portrait where you can maybe see. I like to kind of feel like you can almost wonder what they're thinking.
Mm-hmm. What do you think that? What attracts you to that? You just said makes you wonder what they're thinking. Is that something you look for in a lot of other areas in your life, the mysterious, or?
I think I honestly probably just relate to it more than anything. I guess I like to draw characters that I relate to. So. Okay.
So what? You've got a lot of different ones here. Who has been your favorite person to draw, or your favorite portrait?
Just as far as facial features, or.
Sure. You decide. What's somebody you think, I've drawn Leonard Nimoy twice, but I want to go back to him a third time and spend another 100 hours on it?
There's quite a few. Leonard Nimoy, Spock, yes. I've drawn Daryl Dixon a lot. I know he's really popular, but I really think he's a really interesting, very interesting character because he's super closed off, but he has another side to him. So I've drawn him quite a few times. Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad, I've drawn him at least 5 times.
Okay.
It changes. Castiel from Supernatural, I had a big Supernatural phase. I don't really watch it anymore, but he was interesting to me in that way. And I like to draw wings, so it was an excuse to draw wings. So yeah, there's quite a few. It's very few characters that I have not drawn at least more than once.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, Amanda Tolleson, I thank you very much for talking to me today about your art.
Thank you.